I don't know why it stops at 20. No, it stops at 30 minutes. It'll hop on a minute. So any questions? If not, I'll get my scrapbook here, show you guys what I used to look like. I encourage you to check out my site. Let your friends know that, hey, I'm doing this. Get a little accountability group. For me, accountability was a huge thing because I didn't want to let people down. They followed me. And now I'm on the other side of the spotlight. Now I want to give back. And it just happened you guys were lucky. And, I contacted them and said, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to start doing. Would it be a good idea to come in and talk to you guys? Because I knew this was going to be your last class. And now where do you go? Now's where the rubber meets the road. Yes, I know. And this was the other reason I didn't chase the fad diets was usually the last 6 to 12 weeks, and then what? Then where do you go? To a new diet? Or do you start over the same boring diet? And that's where I changed my eating lifestyle. Because diets end, lifestyle doesn't. So I encourage you all to start reading, make yourself informed, because there's a lot of chemicals out there that they're putting in our food that is outrageous. Like the lettuce right now, coming from California, they're watering that lettuce with rocket fuel infused water. It's leaking into the water. Wash your lettuce. Nobody knows that, but that's what's happening. Rocket fuel's leaking into the water. They're using that same water to water our lettuce in California. So it's great. It's great. Over the winter, it's better nutritional to eat the frozen vegetables out of the store than it is to eat the fresh ones out of the store. 10% more nutrition because they were prepared from the summer.
So you say you shouldn't eat lettuce at all?
Well, I do, but I make sure it's washed really well. Yeah. Summer, obviously, like I go to Dutchway for mine versus Walmart because I know Dutchway's probably going to get it closer than Walmart is. Because Walmart's just a huge chain across, Dutchway's right here. So chances are they're going to get it from somewhere closer than what Walmart will. And then, like the same with the fruit over the winter, I try and make sure it's the percentage USA versus overseas. So all that, but there's a lot of books out there to inform you. But if you can't read the word, chances are you probably shouldn't eat it. And you know, especially with our artificial sweeteners, it's better just to eat a little sugar than it is to eat that artificial sweetener. Everybody's like, well, Splenda is a little better for you. I used to drink the Diet Pepsi with the artificial sweeteners in, and let me tell you, I had 5 to 7 migraines a week, and I could not figure out why. I said, doctor, will you please help me out? Why am I getting these migraines all of a sudden? Because I thought I was doing myself a favor from switching to the real soda to the diet soda, and guess what? That was the kicker. It was the artificial sweetener. And the day I stopped was the day the migraines stopped. And now, if I want a soda, I just drink a soda and I would. And one more thing that I'll share with you quickly. Fruit juice, not good. Even though no sugar added, our bodies were meant to process the fibers in the fruit as the sugar is being released into our bloodstream. Juice, there's no fibers. Even the orange juice with pulp, the orange juice is the worst for a glucose spike, which creates insulin resistance, which, guess what, you're going to be doing soon? Insulin. Because that glucose spike is kicking out insulin to try and control that. Whereas if you eat the actual fruit, the glucose is being reduced in the body over several hours, and then you're okay. So I rarely drink any juice because of that issue. So a lot of parents think, oh, I'm doing my kids a favor, I'm giving them grape juice, orange juice, all that stuff. You're really creating a little diabetic. little diabetics.
What should you feed your children?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Water.
Water.
I mean, my son picks water
You know,
or anything else.
I mean,
but
the biggest thing, the best thing you can do is dilute it, half and half. I know it tastes, but it'll at least cut it in half, a little bit. A lot of them do come across pretty strong to start. Even thirds to 2/3 is better than nothing. Like my kid still drinks juice, I'm like, all right, have a glass. I think you're gonna drink water. There's so, I mean, it's tough to get around because like I'm still dealing with my partner at work. He's like 44. He's like, I can't drink just water. And so he uses some of the Neo sweetener. Is that the best thing for you? Probably not, because the food coloring in it's not real good for you. I mean, research has shown that that's creating cancer, in people because of that food coloring. So, especially the red, the red 40 and the B5 and the yellow 5 are the worst for you ever. So, it's tough to get around that. But as you notice, I have a water bottle with me. That thing does not leave my side, and that is the best deterrent for me to stop and get something to drink. Because guess what? I'm walking the cooler, I'm like, yeah, I'm not into water. Guess what? I'm going to grab a soda. So if I have that with me, I have no choice but to just drink water. And eventually you sort of get used to it. I mean, I'm lucky if I even have a soda every 2 weeks and more. And to come from 4 to 6 liters a day to one every couple of weeks, that was tough. I'm not even gonna lie. But that was my trick to get over past the sodas. I still drink, 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day. I'll drink that. But, so I still have caffeine occasionally, but, and caffeine's okay as long as you're, not loading the sugar in the coffee and, and all that stuff. I use just a little half and half or something, and that's decent, so. But again, if you're using coffee creamers, don't forget to log in calories because they raise calories in the creamer. So all them low calories, they add up, unfortunately. But like if I'm doing celery, sometimes my midday snack meals, the little guys in between my 3 main meals, I'll do like 2 stalks of celery loaded with peanut butter in that. It's like 200 calories for the peanut butter, 10 grams of protein right there, and then the celery. And it takes more calories to burn the celery off than it does the thing you're getting from the celery. Those 2 stalks is like 25 calories. But your body actually burns more calories to the process. So little stuff like that's pretty cool. So I encourage you to get informed, learn what you're eating. It's pretty crazy what they have out there, and they're attacking us from every angle, trying to get us to all kinds of cool new stuff. And sometimes it's better just to go get the bad stuff and just eat it occasionally than it is to go with all the diets. Because chances are, if it's low fat or no fat, they injected sugar or sodium in there to make it taste better. And then, of course, you're in danger of jacking your sodium over. So, let me grab my scrapbook here.